Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to another one of my early streams. And I hope you're all feeling good today. I'm feeling a little bit weird at the moment. I'm feeling fine for the most part, but yeah, just been kind of here and there, if that makes sense. Not really, but yeah. I've been feeling fine for the most part, but I've just been feeling a bit sluggish and lethargic over the past day. I think it might be just I don't know really, I think it might be my sleeping schedule that's caused that, but I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling awake, I'm not tired. Just feeling weird, but I think I'll get past it. But I feel well enough to stream at least, which is good because this is going to be interesting. So yeah, in just over 10 minutes from now, Nintendo, they just announced this out of nowhere last night. They're going to be doing a Treehouse live. It's not going to be like the E3 Treehouses where it's going to be like 8 hours of content. I think it'll be maybe like an hour or so. They're going to be showing Origami King, and then they're going to be showing a game from Way Forwards, which is going to be interesting. They basically, they worded it in a weird way. They said that Way Forward is going to be tackling a franchise that they've never done before. So that got people thinking, like speculating like crazy. People were like, oh my god, are they collaborating with Nintendo? Are they making a new Wario Land game? Like people were starting to say that. And Nintendo went to social media and immediately like put an end to that. They were like, oh, by the way guys, Way Forward is working on a game that is not Nintendo related. So they had to like step in and say, wait, no Wario Land, don't get hyped up for that. So at least they did that. At least I mean, it's kind of a shame because I would love to see Way Forward doing a Wario Land game. God knows we need a new one of those. But I'm kind of interested to see what Way Forward's doing because recently they did that new Shanty game and it's pretty good. So I'm wondering if this game is going to be like a Switch exclusive because they are showing it on Nintendo Treehouse. So even though it's not a Nintendo collaboration per se, I think it's going to be like exclusive to the system. At least it'll be timed exclusive, I think. But it's going to be an existing franchise from some third party, that's all we know. So who knows, it could be Castlevania, it could be something else. I mean Spawnwave suggested Castlevania, but I don't think Konami gives a shit about Castlevania anymore, so, and I'm not really holding my breath for that one. I'm trying to think of what Way Forward could do, to be honest. But yeah, they're going to show some Origami King gameplay as well, and I want to talk about Origami King actually a little bit. Let me adjust the volume on my end. I feel like I'm not shouting, but I feel like I'm shouting over this. Right, okay then, so you guys know that I'm cautiously optimistic for Origami King, and I'm still planning to pick it up. I've got it pre-ordered. But I have heard some of the recent... You're lonely? Okay then, that's an interesting comment. But I heard about some of the recent things that people have been... I'm not sure what your reference... I'm guessing that's a reference to something, I have no idea. Anyways, so I heard about Origami King, like getting some like preview, like people like previewing and like checking out the game. Like Game Explained did like a preview of it and like the battle system and stuff. Sadly, there is no experience in the battles, which is something that is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, because that was like the one last lingering thing that I wish they would have addressed, but I guess we're gonna have another Paper Mario game with no experience again. That said, the combat system does look good and everything else about the game looks great, so I think I might be able to keep an open mind and like look past that. I mean, I'm still getting the game, I'm still gonna commit to it. It looks way better than Color Splash and Sticker Star, so I'm gonna give it a chance. But yeah, I'm gonna see what they show today. I guess they'll show like a segment of the game, and maybe they'll show like a boss fight or something, I don't know. But I'm more interested, truth be told, on the Way Forward thing, because it's probably gonna be like something that nobody... You know how like people, like games get leaked before they announce it? But I don't think we know what Way Forward's gonna be working on, because I've never heard any like leaks pertaining to Way Forwards. Oh, by the way, speaking of leaks, Far Cry 6 got leaked. RIP. So much for Ubisoft announcing that in like 2 days from now. Because I think, is it 2 days or tomorrow? I forgot if Ubisoft is doing nothing on the 12th or the 11th. I think it may be tomorrow actually they're doing that. I'm gonna have to double check. In fact, let me check right now. But yeah, Ubisoft's doing like it's the 12th, so yeah, 2 days from now, doing it on Sunday. I'll probably stream that Ubisoft thing, whatever they're calling it, Ubisoft Direct, we'll just call it that. Right, so we're about 7 minutes away from this. I don't know what to say right now, really. How are you guys doing? It's a Katamari Damacy song. I've never played Katamari Damacy. I did recently buy, I think it was called Beautiful Katamari on the Switch, when it was on sale on the eShop like a couple months ago, but I haven't played it yet. I like this music. I was trying to think what kind of music could I have playing while I speak for like 10 to 15 minutes before this presentation thing begins. And I was thinking about it and I was like, wait a minute, Skullgirls have got like a nice menu music, let's get that. So yeah, I'm playing like the extended version of it right now, which is why it's not looping. I mean, it's looping, but it's not like doing a hard loop, if that makes sense. I mean, technically it loops here, but you know what I mean. It's not like the song technically finishes. We're like 10 minutes into the song of like a 30-minute track. Anyways, so after we're done with this, I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to guess like an hour, maybe like 30 minutes of Paper Mario, and then, I don't know, 30 to 60 minutes of Paper Mario, and then like 30 minutes of this Way Forward thing. Assuming they show like a trailer for it, and then they like show gameplay for like 30 minutes or something. Again, I'm no idea what Way Forward's going to be showing today, but I don't want to set my expectations too high, but if Nintendo's going to be like going out of their way to show this, then it must be something cool, even if it's not like a direct like collaboration with Nintendo themselves. So don't expect a Metroid, don't expect a Wario Land, don't expect any of that, but Way Forward is like got a really good track record with their games. Again, they make the Shantae series, so I have good faith that whatever they show is going to be pretty solid. I have no idea how long this presentation is going to be, actually. They didn't say. They just said tune in at 10 AM Pacific time, but they don't say how long it's going to go on for. But yeah, once this is done, we'll check out that new game that came out today, actually, the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, which I pre-purchased last night just so I can have it ready for today. The fishing tourney is tomorrow. I might give that a pass. I haven't been feeling an Animal Crossing mood lately, sadly. Like, I know they just added like swimming and stuff to that game, but I haven't been feeling in the Animal Crossing moods, unfortunately. Again, burnout, man. Because I feel like I'm not going to enjoy the game if I end up forcing myself to like play the game beyond like the first couple months that I've been like playing the hell out of, so yeah. But I'll probably stream it again maybe like once or twice before the August update drops, but until then I don't think I'm going to be doing the fishing tourney tomorrow, so don't expect that. Right, so let's switch over to this because I think we're going to be starting in a couple minutes. Oh, hang on, capture cards, please. Right, there we go. I'll keep this music playing for now, why not? Also, anyone notice that they're labeling this Treehouse Live July 2020? Which seems to indicate that maybe alongside Nintendo Directs, they're going to be doing Treehouses on a semi-regular basis, like maybe like once every few months or something. I mean, they couldn't really do like a proper like 3-day Treehouse thing at E3 this year since E3 didn't happen. So I guess maybe this is how they're going to be doing this from now on. I hope this isn't like a replacement for Directs. I think this might be like a companion piece to Directs. At least that's what I hope it is. Like, there's rumours going around that we're going to see a Nintendo Direct later this month, but I'll believe it when I see it. Like, I think the rumour says that there's going to be a Direct on the 20th, but I have no idea if that's going to be the case. I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, it would be cool if Nintendo did like Treehouse Lives and Directs. Like, they would basically coexist and they would like maybe go back and forth between the two. That would be a pretty cool way to do that, I guess. Because Nintendo are recently talking about we need to like better communicate and like advertise our products to the consumer. And maybe this is what they mean by that. Maybe this is how they're going to be doing that, and we'll still get directs alongside this. Like, say for example, a few months from now we'll get like a Treehouse in October or something like that, and it'll be like another hour or so of like an upcoming game. Say for example that rumored Mario 3D collection. So yeah, maybe this is what they're going to be doing. Interesting idea, I guess. Don't mind my chair squeaking, just readjusting. I'm gonna keep that music playing until this starts. Again, Skullgirl's music is pretty good, and I like the menu music. Haven't really got much to say right now, I'm just waiting for this to start, 1 minute away. Oh yeah, Origami King comes out a week today, so again, even though it won't be like the true like return to form, I'm still looking forward to Origami King. I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna like, I think I'll probably enjoy the game overall, so we'll just have to wait and see. But until then, we can see a little bit of it today. Still a bit of a shame, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little bit disappointed that there's no experience again. Like, you'd think after the last two games Nintendo would have taken that criticism on board, but I guess, I don't know, somewhere in like Nintendo or intelligence systems they're not listening on that front, but it seems like they're trying to fix all the other issues. I also heard about some of your items have got like durabilities attached to them, which is a little bit annoying. I was fine with Breath of the Wild having durability, which I know that was a very big point of contention, but other people didn't like that. And I don't know why that's in... I don't know why durability is a thing in Paper Mario, that's a weird decision, but whatever. Right, I'm going to cut the music there because this is just about to start. We're now on the hour, so let me adjust the volume of my capture card, because I don't know how loud or quiet this is going to be. Right, here we go.
Hello, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. And before we get started,
this is pre-recorded though.
I'd just like to acknowledge the fact
I'm not entirely sure. Like, they had the rating thing now, so
remotely. So we'd like to ask for your patience and understanding as we sort of work through all of this. Obviously, there are some technical limitations, but we're all working very hard to bring you the best stream we possibly can. So, without
they say it's live, but is it? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
And I'm joined today by Ethan, who will be playing the game for us, and Sam, who is going to be offering
Let me fix the volume real quick.
For Paper Mario, the Origami King, which is
Let me know if you guys can hear that fine.
In this segment. In the next segment, we're going to be talking about an exciting new game developed by one of our partners. But to get started, we have a short video prepared that kind of sets up the story for Paper Mario, the Origami King. And while that plays, Ethan is going to be providing some commentary. So please, take a look.
Cool. All right, let's get started, everybody. We are seeing Mario and Luigi enter Toad Town. They've been invited here by Princess Peach to join in an origami festival, but something seems to be wrong. There's not a whole lot of toads to be seen. So we are going to make our way into Princess Peach's castle to see what's going on.
I still love the tone of this one scene. Like, the fact that they opened the trailer with this, like, when they showed in this game, like, 2 months ago. I still love this.
But seems to be in a slightly folded fashion. Something seems to be off about her as well. Let's see how their conversation goes. Yeah-oh. So right, Mario finds himself unceremoniously dumped into the castle dungeon, and he's got to make his way out. and he's using an ability here called the Thousand-Fold Arms, which we'll see later. But he's uncovered his partner for this adventure, Olivia. And so now they can kind of join forces to make their escape. And as they do so, they're also going to run into a couple other familiar faces. Might recognize Bowser here, who finds himself
Dramatic
in a
slow-mo
kind of folded position as well. He's not super happy about it. So the three of them now are going to try and make their escape from the castle. They get outside.
I mean, I'm glad Bowser isn't the villain again this time, but at the same time, it kind of sucks that he's not like actively helping you in this adventure. It's been a long time, brother!
It is none other than King Ollie, the Origami King himself, who also happens to be Olivia's brother. And he's unveiling his plan to take over this paper-crafted kingdom by turning everything into origami. And he's starting by wrapping up Princess Peach's castle in these 5 gigantic paper streamers, ripping it from its foundations. That's not cool at all. So Olivia and Mario and Bowser are kind of left to try and make their escape. Things don't go exactly as they were planning.
So how many times has Peach's castle been lifted off the fucking foundations of Earth? Or Mushroom Kingdom?
We're going to start our gameplay. Hold on, Mario. Buddy, wake up. Okay, Mario was kind of sleeping on the job there. So here we go.
All right. So, as you saw, King Ollie abducted Princess Peach's castle, but that's not all he's done.
Princess
He's also folded up Bowser's
Prince
minions
Peasley.
from paper into origami. So you can see a little origami Goomba up there. Those are King Ollie's folded soldiers, and some of his other minions have gone through the world and torn these terrible holes in it. And you'll see, I think Ethan did a bit earlier, he's collecting little scraps of confetti so that he can fill in these holes and hopefully rebuild this world that was
I know some people get really upset about like the modern Paper Mario games having like this, like going all out with the paper aesthetic, but to be honest, I don't mind it. I like it.
Olivia was talking.
Like these games look gorgeous. Like as much as I didn't like Color Splash,
Go ahead.
I still think that game looks amazing, and this game looks like it's continuing that art style. So I don't have objections to the aesthetic portion of this game.
The red paper streamer in the background, and that's one of the streamers that wraps
I'm noticing the
Princess Peach's castle.
Would you call that stuff that you throw confetti? I'm noticing that's going to be kind of like this game's paint mechanic. Like if you played Color Splash, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh, and little something hiding in the wall. So that's another thing that King Ollie has
Generic
done.
code number 5642.
Town and hidden them all about the world. So you'll notice that when you first came to Toad Town, it's completely empty, and now you find them, you refill them. But now we're in a battle, and I'm hoping that Sam can talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, oh, I love the battle system in this game. Okay, so the battles happen in 2 different phases. You've got this ring-based puzzle portion, and then you've got your familiar Paper Mario timing-based attacks. And the way Ethan solved that puzzle is by moving all of the enemies into a position where he could attack all of them at once using this jump attack here. Where he
so if you look at the results screen here,
nice
you basically earn coins, you don't earn experience, which, again, a little bit disappointed about that. I was hoping experience was going to be coming back.
Which are giving him a ton of coins.
But whatever.
Sorry, Rihanna, go ahead.
That's exactly what I was about to say. No, great minds think alike.
It kind of makes the battles almost seem a bit pointless in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you'll still need coins for stuff, but
items like this question block.
I mean, if you look back at Color Splash, like fighting in that game was nearly pointless.
Here, you'll see a little Koopa Troopa just hanging out. Oh, I think Ethan. He has something to say about this little Koopa Troopa.
Which is a shame because the combat system in this game looks far better than like the previous couple games.
That, like, as I'm using confetti to fill in holes, you'll see I also will need to gather more, and so you get it from a bunch of different sources, and you've got a little confetti bag icon in the top left of your screen, and you'll see that refill and change colors, go back to green as you gather more confetti. So you're kind of using it and then needing to find more, and it's kind of a fun cycle to go back and forth on.
You know, Game Explain's going to do like 50 videos about this particular like
playthrough. What I was going
playthrough.
to say about the Koopa Troopas is that they are
Like they'll
paper
just
like
spot
Mario,
like some like
so
superficial
it's a kind of
thing in the
paper
background, and
versus
they'll like do an
origami
enhanced
sort
like
of situation in this game.
neural network zoom in on it and be
another
like,
exciting
oh, is
battle.
this something
Sam,
like
why don't you
referencing
tell
like a
us
game that
what
came
you
out
think's gonna
like
do here?
10 years ago?
Yeah, so this one's a little bit different. So as you saw in the first battle, he lined all of the Goombas up in a straight line, and that's the way
Hi everyone,
you,
welcome
get
to
the
Game
enemies
Explain.
into an
I'm that guy
arrangement
with
for
the
your
really
jump
deep voice
attack.
of whose
But
names I
for
forgot.
a hammer attack, you want to arrange them
I'm
in this
really
kind
bad
of
at making
2x2
jokes.
formation, like the Shy Guys are right here. And when you solve the puzzle portion of the
Was it
of the-
Andre?
of
I
the
forgot
ring
the name of the
system
guy.
the
Like,
battle, you
did
get a
anyone watch Game
1.5
Explain's
times
YouTube channel? Like, there's this
damage
one
boost.
guy
So
that's
it's
got like a
helpful
really deep voice for
getting
some
through these
reason.
battles quickly and racking up those bonuses at the end.
I forgot the dude's name. No, it's
I
either
don't know.
Andre or it's something else, but the name's escaping me right now,
Thanks,
so don't
guys.
mind me.
It's good to know I've
Making it
got
look so easy.
good support.
I do
My
like
buddies watching me here.
that you've got like an audience in the background. That seems kind of reminiscent of the
I love that
1,000-Year
little,
Door. I mean,
pose,
technically
that
not.
little
You're not
flourish
fighting on a
that Mario
stage,
does
but
when you get an
it
excellent
seems like
on
the
last
audience
enemy in the
might
line.
kind of help you in battle a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
but maybe not to the
You
same
mug the
degree.
camera a little bit.
I have seen a clip where like a toad like throws you an item or something,
we're
so
gonna go
that's
down
kind of
here
cool.
and see what those Koopa Troopas were getting all flustered about. And here they
So
are.
even though I'm going to play this game in about a week, I don't mind watching the early part of the game. Like, this is probably like the first 30 minutes of the game we're watching right now.
So there's an entrance to a temple here that's going to become important later. And currently there is.
Also, is that a
Origami
reference to
Shy
Super
Guy who
Famicom
is
there? Because
causing
I'm
some
seeing
kind of
like
trouble
4
over there.
colored
So
buttons.
we are being asked to go take a look and probably solve some trouble with our hammer, as we are wont to do.
That's the way you solve a lot of problems in this game, it turns out.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if they mentioned it already. They may have
This looks
said
like
it
a
while I
tricky
was
one.
talking. But I'm assuming
Yeah.
the little anime angry marks above the enemy's heads
Yeah,
represents
Olivia's giving
that
you
they're
a
going to be
helpful hint
attacking
here
you that turn if you
about
don't kill them on that
using,
turn.
you can use coins to extend the timer for the ring puzzle. And I think you might need to heed her advice because this
Yeah,
one's
I'm
a
gonna
little more
start by doing
complicated.
that. I'm gonna add some coins on, and I'm gonna take a look here where I should move these guys. That doesn't
I
look
like
right.
these
Yeah, so
pretending
in-
like he doesn't
In
know what the
other
solution
battles
is, but
that
I
we've
bet he
seen
knows
up until
exactly
this
what to do.
point, You've seen Ethan
Doesn't look right.
choose one of the concentric rings and rotate it. But
See, I
in
love
order to
these
solve
kinda,
this
like,
puzzle,
puzzle
you're gonna need
things,
to do
so-
something else also, which is you can choose one of the diameter lines of the ring and slide
so what's
all of the enemies
going on
along
here?
that line. Ethan is also
Okay,
showing
so
off
here's the
something
audience
else
system.
here
You can
where
spend money
you
to
can,
get help, I
pay,
guess.
The toads in the audience to cheer for you, and they'll have various different positive effects. Like there, you saw them toss Mario some health. They actually solved a portion of the ring puzzle for Mario and helped Ethan out there. They also tossed some junk at the enemies, doing a little bit of damage.
Right, and as you find more toads throughout, playing the game, hidden in the world, you'll see that the stands start to get more and more full, and you get more toads, obviously. They say really hilarious things while you're fighting, and actually
So he
the
spent
things they'll
over
do to help
1,000
you,
coins
it
there and
gets
only got
better the more you
150
have.
coins back for
there
that,
is
so-
definitely an incentive to
What was the
find
point in fighting
lots of
exactly?
toads, even if you're not a completionist like me.
I mean, that was a forced fight anyway, but still. Oh, let me mute
So
my
we've,
phone. Sorry about that.
done away with the Shy Guy here, and
You don't need to hear my
now
phone
we're getting
randomly
more info
beeping
about,
in the
what's
background.
going on. We're gonna have to collect the rest of these shell stones if we want to get entrance into this temple. So that's gonna be kind of our next goal. While we're down here, though, I had spotted something kind of suspicious looking up on top of these stands, and I'm gonna check it out. So there's these cracked rocks here. I'm gonna hit with my hammer, and we're gonna reveal one of these magic circles that we saw earlier that's going to let us use the 1,000-fold arms again. And I'm using motion control right now to extend my arms.
I'm using motion
and find a
controls.
spot I can interact with and then whack the wall here.
I hope you can do
Sometimes
that
end up
without motion
peeling
controls, because I'm going
away
to play
at
this with
least
the Pro
the
controller,
landscape.
assuming that's even supported
But
with this
1,000-fold
game.
arms are really fun to use. You use them in specific spots like that. We might just see them later on.
A million generic
in our
toads.
gameplay as well.
So yeah, sadly a lot of the toads still look generic as fuck in this game.
Coins are important. Yeah, coins you can do so many things with. Actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite things, which has to do with
I mean,
this
there is
toad.
some like original
So
toads,
this
like there was that
toad,
one dude
is
with like the
actually gonna run
explorer's
back
cap that
to
we saw in the
Toad Town
trailer,
and
but
open
still.
an accessory shop. and you can buy from him, or it, all
Bye.
sorts of different accessories. Maybe Sam, can you talk a bit about accessories and how they can help out Mario?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
we'll
game has like a
actually get
badge
an
system in it, doesn't
opportunity
it?
to
Like they're
see
bringing
some
the
of those
badges
in
back.
action a little bit later, but the accessories are so useful. They have all kinds of different effects. One of the accessories that we'll be seeing is called Guard Plus, which helps Mario. So in the timing-based portion of the battle, not only do you have to have good timing for your attacks, but you also have to have good timing in order to block attacks from enemies and reduce the amount of damage that you're taking. And some of the accessories can help you do that.
I like how they cut
There's
that
all
guy's
kinds of
picture in
accessories.
picture off there just so that you could see what
do
the
all kinds of
dialogue
stuff,
box was saying.
And it's really fun to like find them and kind of incorporate them into your tool set.
For sure.
Just noticed a house there wrapped up in the red streamer. We're gonna have to come back and take care of that later. Those people inside will have to sit tight for the moment. Let's see. See this nice little butterfly floating up there.
It's
Boy,
so
it takes a
cute.
lot of confetti to fill in that hole.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Now
wow.
that butterfly is attracted by the flowers.
That's a toad, isn't
and
it? Yeah.
Whack it because it's totally a toad.
They're just flapping about.
Yep. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make my way
No,
over
he's
here.
flying, didn't you see?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, right.
There's a Mario
So I didn't want to
goalpost.
fight that guy,
Okay.
that little Goomba there, so I decided to run from that battle.
Oh wait, that's a golf flag. But it looks like the
Another
Mario
toad seems to be
goalpost.
Stuck in the sand trap here. And...
This area looks very
Oh, gosh.
intriguing with its.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Oh
that.
gosh!
Hey, what's this?
So, yeah, folks who are Mario fans may recognize this stairway.
You know what to do.
I do. I love this this particular one because it just shows you that like the toads that are hidden around the environment are really in a variety of different ways. Sometimes you know pull one out of a wall, and then sometimes something really dramatic like that happens. Okay, we're wanting to get through here to follow the red streamer, but this origami dog is blocking our path. So you know what to do. It's hammer time.
And this little
He's a
toad is
feisty
another
little guy.
special little guy. Yeah, he's putting up his dukes, but he's gonna run back to Toad Town as well, and he's gonna open. He just mentioned the Battle Lab, which is a place that you can practice your timing for battles and things like that. So there's definitely, I mean, finding toads, you never know which toad you're gonna find. You might find one who opens a shop or all sorts of things. So.
Right, we've already got a couple extra things to do if we go back to Toad Town now because of the toads we've rescued, which is cool. All right, so we are going to make our way from Picnic Road into Overlook Mountain, where the red streamer is going. And one thing I love about playing this game is moving from like one kind of wide open environment like Picnic Road right into the next, even potentially even bigger, location in Overlook Mountain here. And there's just tons of detail.
I see a red pipe
You're
with the
free to
number
explore
1
kind of
there.
at
I
your
wonder
own
if that
pace and,
connects
like,
back
do
to
what you
Toad
wanna
Town.
do. So,
Because
I
there's
love
like
that
a
you can
room
just kind of
within
move
Toad
from
Town, I
zone
think,
to
that has like a
zone
bunch
as
of
you
pipes. I'm
choose.
guessing that's for quick traveling.
Let's
Ooh,
see.
little shy guys.
So yeah, one
Some
thing
sneak
I've heard
attack.
about this game is that it's a bit more open-ended. It's not exactly
Ah,
full-on
so you
open
can
world like
just
Grand Theft
found
Auto
a
Open, but it
collectible
is like
that
you can go
haven't seen
into
so far,
any
but this is going to
like any part of the game
show
you
up
want
in the
first,
Toad Town.
if that makes sense.
Ambush.
I got totally ambushed.
Like you can tackle the major areas in whatever order you want. So I'm guessing
I was
enemies
saying
will
that
scale
show up in
accordingly.
The Toad Town Museum, which is where you'll find all of the different collectibles. And
So that's kind of cool that I'll be able to
I think
like
that's
experience the
basically
game
it.
differently
We've got
from other
another
people in that
battle going.
regards.
I'm excited
I'm gonna
to
get
see
through this one
Ethan
quickly, you guys.
knock this one out of the
Yeah,
park.
nice work.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's immensely satisfying to solve these ring puzzles, get that damage boost, and then do a ton of damage when you get into the attack.
Also, I like how
phase.
the dialogue
You can get
boxes
through
in the
these
background are just
battles
flat bits of
really
paper.
quickly if you master this system. And this is a wave battle,
Yeah.
so you've got multiple groups of enemies that you're gonna.
Like you see that dialogue box back there? Like when the camera zooms in, you can see it's just like
Oh,
a flat
Ethan's
bit of
making it
paper.
look so easy.
But it's angled to where
Yeah, you're
the bleacher
thrashing these
is.
guys.
You know me.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Oh, sorry, we
And-
threw
and then
you
you
off.
say
That was
that,
our fault.
and-
Again, I don't mind that the modern Paper
I
Mario
know.
games go for like all in with like the paper aesthetic.
One of the things I
It
really
happens,
love is
though,
seeing
you
the
know.
little comments that the toads in the stands have, because some of them are just so hilarious that it's almost distracting, honestly.
So we should mention that
And,
solving the
you know, like,
puzzle in the battles isn't required.
this is just to show
you
you,
can
I guess,
still
that-
move on.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay that we're working through. But yeah, we were just saying that you don't need to solve the puzzle in order to move on. You can still work your way through the battle, but solving the puzzle and getting that damage boost is really going to help you rack up those bonuses.
Do you think
like
Nintendo's
saw
going to be
Ethan get.
announcing
You got a
that
ton of
Mario
coins at
remaster?
the
Like,
end of
let's
that
assume
last
that
battle,
Mario,
and the coins
like
are
Mario
so
64
useful in this
Sunshine
game.
and Galaxy
You might think
Remastered
that,
is true.
you know, oh, he has
You think they're
over
going to be announcing that
8,000
within the
coins,
next month or
and,
two?
You know, that's plenty. But you can burn.
Like,
through
obviously
those
they're not going
really
to talk
quickly.
about that today. That's not the focus of today's thing, but I'm feeling like
Definitely,
that
we've
if
just
that is
entered
going to be
into a
coming
battle
out this
with the
year, I feel like they
shiny.
need to like maybe announce
Sam, can
that
you talk a
soon.
little bit about the weapon that Ethan has
Whether we
chosen
get a
to use?
direct this month or
Yeah, so
Wait, how
he's
can you jump
battling
on
some
spinies and not
right
take
now,
foot
which
damage?
It
What?
probably wouldn't be a good idea for Mario to jump on those with his regular boots.
Oh wait, is he
attack.
using something
So,
to block
he
that?
equipped some iron boots there, which allowed
Oh
him
right,
to jump
okay,
on those
right.
spinies.
That answers
Now
my
your
question.
boots and your hammer.
So I wasn't
you'll
paying
always
attention
be
to what
able
he was
to use
using. He
those
used iron
attacks.
boots
Those
to
will
stop
never
that
deplete.
from
But
taking
certain
damage.
Special
I
attacks,
see.
like the iron boots that he was using there, will deplete after a while.
Yeah, so there's that durability that I mentioned.
Very true. And one thing that I just wanted to point out, it's very little, but something I enjoy is that when you finish a battle, the enemy
Like
kind
Scott
of explodes
Falco,
as this,
a YouTuber that I've seen some
giant cloud
videos of,
confetti, and it
he
really
made a
makes
good
you
point
feel
about
like
how
it's
Nintendo's
celebrating
had
your
this
victory.
fucking hard-on recently
Just
for
little things I really enjoy.
making video
Oh,
games
and
with
we're
like
at
durability
20
mechanics.
gold.
Like again, Breath of the Wild had
He's
it,
hawking
Animal
something
Crossing
and wants
has
to
it,
know if
and now this game's gonna have it as well. And
you'd
it's
like to
like,
buy it.
I'm pretty sure durability is not like the most fondly. Like I get it, some games it can work fine, but I'm sure Nintendo games of all things don't really need them.
Aha,
I'm
so
fine
this
with Breath
is
of the
one
Wild
the
having it
orbs
because it makes
that you will
sense,
need to bring
and it's
back to
not
the Earth
that
Elemental
egregious in my
Temple
opinion,
that we saw earlier.
because you get plenty of weapons in that
Sorry,
game.
go ahead, Ethan.
But I don't like the durability in Animal Crossing, and I probably won't enjoy it too much in this game.
I don't know. You were saying the exact same thing I was.
I mean, it's not as bad as like
10,000
one-time
coins.
consumable
10,000
items like in
coins.
Sticker Star or Color Splash, but I guess it's kind of like a middle
Yeah,
ground
I'd say don't
compared to
buy
like
it.
classic Paper
Nah,
Mario
nah.
attacking in those games. So anyway, here's Monty Mole.
We can get him down to a cheaper price.
Yeah, we can do better than that, Mr.
Definitely.
Mole.
Ooh. Well, that's not bad. 5,000.
What do you guys say?
It's getting
What do you
better,
think,
but
Ethan?
I think we can push this guy further.
Yeah, we could push it.
I didn't even have 10,000 to start with. Okay.
Ooh, 3,000.
That sounds okay.
Can we
I'm
push
gonna say
him
no.
lower?
Boy, you're breaking this poor mole's heart.
Even that paratroop, I can't believe it.
So you just
gonna
keep
keep
seeing
going.
don't
Or, sorry,
buy.
the
I'm feeling it.
Paragoomba.
Ethan!
Wow, 1,000. Nice party,
Okay,
Ethan.
take it.
Hey, okay. What do you guys say? I know.
I'd say take it.
1/10 of the price. Let's do this. Giddy up.
Right, when I shoot in the game, I'm gonna keep saying no and see what happens.
Yeah, green shellstone get.
See how it really goes. Maybe it stops at
Fantastic.
1,000. Who knows? I guess we'll find out in about a week.
This is just one example of the many
So,
really
I think
enjoyable,
we're gonna
fun
take this opportunity
NPCs.
to
Oh, sorry, Ethan, please continue.
and we're gonna
Look at the Koopa
cut
Troopas,
away
they look
here,
depressed.
and we want to show you some of the boss battle action that this game has to offer. So I'm gonna switch.
Are we gonna see the
over to
colored
that,
pencils or
and, while
something?
I'm doing that, you guys feel free to chit chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the things that Ethan touched on just a little bit when we first walked into Overlook Mountain is the environments are connected organically into this big world to explore, which is one of the new things about this game that I really love. In previous titles in the series, you had the environments were separated into kind of this Super Mario World style overworld map. But here you've got this big connected world, and it feels much more like this big place to explore where you could backtrack into areas.
Yeah, it's going to be colored pencils. I can see them everywhere.
Hidden toads, or fill in some of the not bottomless holes that you might have missed. But I don't want to keep talking because we're getting to the red streamer here.
Ooh, yeah. So we've finally found the end of the red streamer that we saw earlier.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna try to unravel this and maybe see if we can get that part of Princess Peach's castle set free. It looks like Mario's jump doesn't have enough oomph in it.
Nice save, Olivia.
By Olivia.
Nice save, Olivia.
Again, dramatic slow-mo.
Triple jinx.
In a round.
All right, so we're coming up to our very first boss battle. Maybe, Sam, can you talk to us a little bit about what's different about
So yeah, I don't mind watching this first boss fight. If you don't want to watch this, then I guess you don't have to watch me watch this.
When we actually get into things. But in the battles with regular enemies that you were seeing before, Mario was in the center of the rings, and he was arranging the enemies.
I mean, they'll probably show you how to beat the boss because there's like multiple ways to like tackle a boss fight.
That the boss is in the center of the rings.
It is like early game stuff.
Arranging the rings to guide Mario to the center so that he can attack the boss. And the bosses are puzzles in and of themselves. So it's going to take a little bit of figuring out to try and see what does damage to each of the bosses.
Definitely.
I love the boss.
I'd love to see Ethan.
I was going to say something about like Paper Mario fighting the colored pencils, but I think that's something that I might want to hold on to until I play this game next week. Some really dumb thing that I've had in the back of my mind when I've been seeing this in like the trailers.
Talking about earlier.
Yeah, I've got like Guard Plus on. Reduces my damage I'll take a little bit.
Right, and I think that other accessory, it adds on... Oh, sorry. You go.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Ethan. Or, sorry, I'm Riona.
Oh, no, it's all you.
No, I was just going to say that it looks kind of daunting at first, but it'll make a lot more sense when you see Ethan start moving. So Mario is going to travel on the path as dictated by these arrows. There you go. And he passed an envelope on the way, and that envelope gave him a hint about what he needs to do to damage the boss.
Right,
and stepping on that icon.
Hammer once I'm behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
And he passed that on icon that was in Mario's path, so he activated it, and that turned on those magic circles, which could be useful later. Nice work.
Very nice.
Thank you.
See, I kind of like how the boss battles are handled in this game. It seems like an interesting twist on the existing gameplay mechanic.
So I'm going to move this attack icon in front, and then...
I mean, if they tried to do like a regular like combat system for bosses, I don't think it would work as well.
Good, right? Okay, here we go.
That looks... Oh no. Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Very good, yeah. Sorry. I thought that up arrow was in your path.
Fear not. I was born to stomp. Okay.
Nice block.
Oh,
my block in, nice.
Yeah, you saw that Guard Plus pop up, so that that accessory that Mario has equipped has helped them out there. This is starting to get pretty daunting.
Yeah, he's pretty
this might be
unrelenting
time
with
to
those missile
call on
pencils.
some little bit of Toad help, maybe.
Yeah, you might want to
Okay.
enlist some help.
Yeah,
here.
I'm looking at this. There's a lot more icons on the battlefield, as you can see, and what I'm going to do, right, is take Sam and Riona's advice and call on my Toads by spending coins.
Ooh, big
Boy,
spender.
999, you're splashing out.
High roller. All right. Sam, do you want to tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, so in addition to tossing Mario some health, the Toads also activated kind of a guideline on the battlefield. So it doesn't show you where you need to go, but rather what Mario's current path will be based on the formation of the rings as they are. And it updates in real time as Ethan was adjusting the rings.
Yeah,
So
very
having turned
handy
on
little
the
tool for the
1,000-volt
boss
arms
battles.
here, I'm gonna get them out and use them in the battle here. So you can use them in the environment, but also they have a role in battles as well.
Again,
Ooh,
motion
there
controls.
for a second. Grab us
Again, I hope you can
there.
turn that
Close
off.
that lid.
Get it together, Mario.
That might just be specific to like the Joy-Cons.
It's more like me, actually. I think Mario's doing fine.
Like, I don't mind motion controls
Nice
if it's
work.
done well for the right
Very
games,
nice.
but it's like I don't really need
If
that
you
shit
get
in a game
really
like this.
good at the ring system in these boss battles, you can set up this really elaborate movement structure where Mario just kind of sweeps the board and collects absolutely everything there is before landing on the final spot that you need to damage the boss.
All right.
Get
one
him,
more,
Ethan.
Let's see. Getting one more good attack here. Nice.
Ooh,
Oh, he got me.
ooh.
All right. Well, we're doing some good damage. As you
Yeah.
can see. He's definitely
Yeah,
not
haven't
done
been
yet.
hit by his color pencil missiles yet.
Yeah, sorry for the lack of commentary. I'm just like
No.
listening to what they're saying, I guess.
See
Yeah,
here.
that's right.
trying
That's
to add
another
in things every
important
now
thing
and again.
to mention. You can see those like targeting reticles that are on the ring system, and Ethan has been doing a really good job of avoiding those up until now.
I think I'm gonna do one more quick attack here with the 1,000-fold arms.
Guess I'll take a drink of water, stay hydrated.
All right, here we go. Close that lid one more time. Kind of found a good pattern that's working for me now.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
And
on his
I
last
guess we'll
legs.
just jump ahead one more. Let's see. I need to bring that there. Bring this over here.
Yeah, I think Ethan
that should
touched on
work.
it very briefly, but you see those icons with the fist on them.
I'll tell you this
That's an
though, I would
attack
prefer a
icon,
combat system
and
like
you need
this
to
for boss
position
fights
that
rather
in
than
Mario's
like, you know how in
final
Color Splash
spot
it was
in order
like
for him to be able to take
the
an
bosses
attack
were
action
virtually
when he reaches
impossible
the
unless you had that one specific thing
Right, if
sticker
that
to like
was
fucking
there,
kill them.
Mario would reach that spot. And
Yeah, I hated that about Color Splash, and I
Yeah.
think Sticker Star was like that as well. I forgot what Sticker Star was like, but I think it was something like that.
All right.
Nice block.
Very
I mean, I'm
nice.
sure bosses were beatable without it, but it was designed so that you
he's
had
not
to use
happy
it
at
for the
all.
most part, or
kind of
Yeah.
it was recommended you use them to like win the fight.
doing some damage on him, so he's getting out some sort of Gatling gun attack here.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, something tells me what you've been doing up
But yeah,
until this
something
point
tells me I think
isn't
I'm going to
gonna
enjoy
cut it
these boss
anymore.
fights. These look quite fun.
But,
No, yeah.
but I think we're gonna have to call it here because,
Yeah,
like we
I-
said,
we
you know,
don't
the
wanna show
bosses.
everything.
Yeah, the bosses are puzzles, and we don't want to show.
Right, well, I
you the
appreciate they're not going to
solution
show the rest
puzzle,
of that so that I can figure that
because,
part
you
out for
know,
myself.
Especially because the game is coming out in just a short amount of time. Ethan, when is everybody going to be able to get their hands on this?
So this is coming out on Friday, July 17th. It's super colorful, really fun, lots of super fun areas to explore, and paper enemies to defeat. So please, I hope everybody will check it out.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you so much, Riona, and thank you, Ethan. And as we head out, we're going to play the announcement trailer one more time for those of you who might have missed it. And also because the announcement trailer does a really good job of highlighting some of the various environments that this adventure will take you that we couldn't hope to show you in just a single Treehouse Live segment. So stay tuned for that. And right up and coming up, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new game. So stick around. Thanks, everyone.
Right, okay then, so yeah, that looks pretty good. I think this is like the original trailer they shown like 2 months ago. Again, I love the tone and setting of like this opening thing. Like it really, like you know what they say, like first impressions like stick, basically. Like this is a good first impression, I would say. I guess that's why I've been cautiously optimistic about this game since they first announced it. Again, it's not going to be a true return to form, but I think this game might be... I don't know, maybe I'm just being like delusional, but I do think this game might be fun. Like more fun than the last two games, even if it's not exactly what everyone wants. So again, I'm going to give it a chance. I'll be streaming this game next week. Think of all the memorable Paper Mario bosses that we fought over the years. The Koopa Bros, this General Shy Guy, Rockhawk, Dupless, the Shadow Queen, Mimi, Dementio, and now we're fighting coloured pencils. Yeah. I mean, the most original boss fight I've seen so far from the promo materials in this game is like the Rubber Band Man thing. But yeah, everything else is just like generic... it's like the thing stickers, basically. You're just fighting like things from the previous games, it seems like. But it's like based off of just like generic stationery. Yeah, there's that room with the pipes. You remember I mentioned that one pipe I saw? The pipe with the red number 1 on it. So I'm guessing that's like a quick travel system so you can return to Toad Town if you find one. There's that Rubber Band Man. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, it's just like a big thing made of rubber bands. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Right, so let's see what Way Forward's got planned then. Oh, they even kept this part in, the tease about Metroid, which people took as like, oh shit, Nintendo's got a new Metroid game they're going to announce soon. And we haven't heard anything about that, so I'm not sure if that really was. I think people were looking too deeply into that. Right, okay then, so a couple minutes I guess, and then Way Forward begins. Not really sure what to say right now. Can't really think of anything to say in the interim. Oh yeah, the other day I looked up the old like beta / alpha screenshots of like Sticker Star, like the 3DS Paper Mario game, and it breaks my heart to see that shit because the beta / alpha version of that game looks far better than what the final game ended up turning out. Like they had like partners, they had like a bunch of like cool looking areas. It looked more like the Thousand Year Door but portable. But then you like compare that to what the game actually turned out, and it was just like night and day basically. So yeah, I tried playing Sticker Star back in the day. I fucking hated that game. Color Splash, I overall don't like it, but there's things about it I do like the writing in that game's really good. And I guess that's about it. But there is like redeeming qualities in Color Splash. Sticker Star I can't defend. I think that game's garbage. Which really hurts me to say as like a diehard Paper Mario fan. But yeah, that's basically how I feel about Sticker Star. Easily the worst game in the series. I think I've got something stuck in my teeth, and that's good. Don't know where the fuck that came from. Right, so I'm gonna shut up for a second while I toothpick that out. 1 sec. Don't you love it when even a fucking toothpick can't get a fucking bit of food out your tooth? That's excellent. So yeah, I'm still like trying to get that out. Just showing up out of nowhere. Like, you know how you don't, like, you eat something like hours ago, and then like 2 or 3 hours later you feel something like stuck in your tooth because you don't realise it until like later? Yeah, that's basically what's happening right now, so yeah, that's fun. Probably gonna have to like give my teeth a proper brushing to get that out. I'll just ignore it for now. Right, so I'm guessing this way forward thing's gonna be starting in just a couple minutes. I guess they're just like preparing.
Hey everyone,
Alright, here we
welcome
go.
back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. Before we dive in, we'd like to play a short video. This is a first reveal of a new game coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch this year. And right after, we'll see live gameplay and dig into some of the deep battle mechanics the game has to offer. So please, take a look.
Alright, so what's Way Forward working on? Bakugan? I am unfamiliar with this franchise. This is like an existing thing, isn't it? Wait, this isn't by Way Forward, is it? I saw
Hey,
Warner
welcome
Brothers, I didn't
back.
say
So
Way Forward. Oh wait, there's a Way Forward
Champions
person.
of
Okay,
Vestroya.
rip.
Let's introduce everyone. I'm Sam, and I'm here with Tyler from Nintendo, and two special
What's up,
guests.
everyone?
We've got Steve. Hey Tyler. We've got Steve Robert from Spin Master. Hey Steve, thank you for joining us.
Hello, brawlers.
And we've got Kenny Ilko from Way Forward, one of my absolute favorite developers. And we want to shout out a special thanks to publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So Kenny and Steve, thank you, welcome, and let's see the game. Let's jump in.
All right, let's go over some features first. In Bakugan Champions of Vestroya, you are the hero in an epic action role-playing game.
Yeah, let's show
With an
gameplay. Here's a
original
loading
story
bar.
expanding on the hit TV series and toy franchise.
Looks like bootleg Pokemon.
We've designed a unique, real-time, and turn-based brawling system, offering pick-up-and-play ease and layers of strategy to discover. There's plenty of depth in our game, including faction resistance, increasing your Bakugan stats via in-game progression. Plus, you can selectively modify up to 4 special ability slots for each Bakugan.
Yeah, so when they said
Before
Way
and after
Forward, I
battle.
guess they set the expectation that it might be
In
like
addition to
in a
brawling,
2D
which
style
we'll be
game
doing
or
a lot
something
of
like
in our
that,
game.
but yeah, this is not what I was
Explore an
expecting at
RPG
all.
world across a variety of environments and engage in over 100 quests. In all, you'll collect over 80 Bakugan, plus 200 special
Right, so
ability
since I don't
types
have
and
much to say
upgrades
about this right
you
now, I'm just going to
and
mute the
Bakugan
microphone again so I can try to get this fucking thing out of my tooth. Hang on.
Did I mention 80 Bakugan? Actually, it's 81, because we've listened to our fans and we're bringing back Leonidas. Lastly, we're proud to announce in Bakugan Champions of Vestroya, you can play against brawlers around the world in online head-to-head multiplayer. All right, Kenny, let's get our brawl on.
All right, we'll pick up the first fight down here. So I'm basically jumping in a mid-story quest here. I was sent by a local kid to go and do some practicing before some tournaments coming up.
All right, the brawl's beginning.
Yeah,
So you throw a marble
just
and
how
out pops a
huge they
gigantic
are.
monster. That's totally not ripping off something else, nope.
Yeah, the scale of the Bakugan are...
For the record, is Bakugan something that came out, like, does this predate Pokemon, or does this come out after during Pokemon's heyday?
2, 3, 4 stories tall, so we wanted to ensure that that came through in combat as much as possible. So, you know, the combat system is kind of a hybrid.
Also, I love it when my microphone does that. Hang
TV
on.
show, as people are watching the TV show, and then
Right, okay, there we go. Sorry, the mute icon was still up even though the mic was unmuted.
Here in the Hide Matrix, real time.
This looks like a cheap version of Pokemon. It kind of does.
Hexagons on the field. Those energy cores give you the equivalent of mana in like a fantasy RPG game. So on the bottom left corner, that's my 4 abilities. Those are, you know, the equivalent of, you know, essentially casting a spell. So right now I'm getting beat down a little bit as I'm talking, but I will change the course here quickly. So one thing you'll notice also with the energy core is we bring in some tactics.
Yeah, I'm kind of like mentally tuning out a little bit just watching this. I mean, if you're a fan of it, like Bandana Gamer D, then I guess fair enough. But yeah, I'm not going to pretend I'm excited for this. I'm more excited. Like, remember what I said at the top of the stream where I was like really interested in seeing what Way Forward was going to be doing? Yeah, I take that back. I think I'm more interested in Origami King again.
1 or 2 close cores, or do I want to go for the far bigger core with more energy deeper into the
yeah, this bit of food stuck in the corner of my tooth is really annoying me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and like try to get that out with my toothbrush.
Kind of interesting is like resource management where you're having to collect the energy cores but also plan what attacks or abilities you're going to use. Are you going to be quick to attack, or are you going to save more energy? And the strategy there is really what it comes down to. And looks like you won that brawl.
Indeed,
well done,
yeah. And
nice
I mean,
work
to your
by
point. Thank you.
I was going to say, by the skin of your teeth, you had 12 health left.
That was a nail biter.
I had another Bakugan in reserve. But yeah, to your point, Tyler, you know, sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to give a little background on story really quick. So basically where Kenny ended up there was in his last brawl in a series of a quest, because he wants to impress this local hotshot named Larry, who's organizing a local tournament. Overall, our story interweaves between a series of tournaments and a larger investigation into a mysterious and abnormal earthquake activity going on in San Barbara's, which is the town of our game.
Yeah,
so I do like there's a lot of focus on the brawling, but there's all of these other elements going on in the game that you're going to want to, you know, I guess constantly track on top of just your brawling strategies, right?
Correct.
That's right.
So, you know, the storyline I just picked up there that I'm quickly progressing through is hitting on the point that Steve was talking about, where that was one of your good friends. She's telling you about some of the earthquake activity that's abnormal for the area going on, and she's investigating into it. And I think that's kind of where your story starts to unfold for you. So now I'm just kind of taking back my poster pieces that I had found for Larry. Oh.
Right, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was listening to this the entire time. I was just in the other room.
At the lake. But returning
yeah, my toothbrush, like I've got an electric toothbrush. It wasn't like getting it out, so I had to like use one of those. What do you call them? Flossing brushes. Eventually got it out.
Once you collect,
I had like a sandwich a couple of hours ago, I guess. A little bit of meat or something got stuck in like the corner of my tooth. That was aggravating me a little bit. But I'm fine now.
4 abilities that you assign to the Bakugan. Which we'll get into.
It's like, you know, when you can feel something like stuck on your tooth and it's like it really bugs you and you have to get it out.
That I kind of noticed that maybe others may have noticed as well is that your Bakugan you are actually talking to, but in battle they're so much larger. And if you mind kind of going into a little bit of that relationship that you have with your Bakugan?
I may have been out of the loop of this series,
absolutely. So,
but what happens
are sentient
to the gate cards, the ability cards, having to roll the Bakugan onto the gate cards?
Also
yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, sorry.
You're slightly different, not just smaller, but a little bit different So when Bakugan are not in battles, as they so frequently love to be in, they actually are smaller, much smaller in toy size, much like the real toy. And they, you know, your Bakugan.
So don't expect much commentary from me on this one. I don't really have much to contribute. I've never played a Bakugan game,
That's
so
pretty awesome. So you're gonna build that relationship with your Bakugan.
it's really difficult for me to like
as you
actually talk
continue
about
to
like
find
what I think
more
about this, other than it just
change
looks
your
like a
roster.
Pokemon clone.
Correct.
I see a familiar face.
So there he is, Dan Kuzo.
The infamous Dan Kuzo.
Yes. So the awesome brawlers from the TV show again. You know, you're going to get appearance from Dan here. Dan is kind of your tutorial guide, much like they do in the TV show.
Speaking of
They,
anime, I
will
started
be
watching this.
streaming.
Well, it's not a new
little
anime, but it's new to me
information
because I
for
haven't
you
seen
to
it before.
help
I started
guide you
watching a
through the
couple
game and
episodes
give
of this
you,
weird
get you
anime
going on
that
your
Funimation dubbed a
strategies,
while back.
and just your overall.
And I'm going to talk about it more when I play
experience.
Curse of the Moon, I
here he's,
guess. I'm going to hold
telling
off
us
until
about,
I
you know,
play that game
just
and then I'll
got a
talk about
Baku
it.
ability card,
But it's really fucking
from
funny.
Larry, and he's telling me how I can.
I don't
assign
watch
it
that
to
much
a
anime. The most
Bakugan.
anime I've ever watched is like
Again,
One Piece and
of the
Pokemon and
layers
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Of strategy that you're going to have to consider is that every Bakugan ability.
But yeah,
is
this anime that I'm checking out right now, I watched the first 2 episodes of it and it's really fucking good.
Iris, Haos, Darkus, Aquos,
But I will
Ventus.
elaborate
So
when
as
I
you collect,
start playing Curse.
Bakugan ability cards, as you can see, there's 5 here. There's only 4 there. You know, you'll start to get basically what's the equivalent of a mini deck building opportunity. So you get all these cards that are part of your deck to assemble, and your deck is really just the 4 abilities that you're assigning to each Bakugan when you go into the fight. And now Larry is
So
giving
that's
you
where
more
that's
of
where a lot of the strategy comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. Go ahead.
Oh no, absolutely. I was just saying Larry gives me more loot here. So yeah, you are correct. That is a lot of where the strategy's coming in.
So personally,
might
for
have a
you,
whole suite. Oh, go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
sorry, I was just saying personally for you, Kenny, what kind of strategies do you like to implement with your Bakugan? Are you more of a going in guns blazing head first, or a little more strategic on adding more kind of buffs or recovery?
So you know it's a good question. The Bakugan factions actually.
All right, I'm back for real this time.
So again, leveraging as much as we can from the TCG and bringing that
Was
experience.
just repositioning my air
For
conditioner.
the different players that'll recognize, you know, a lot of the factions. Have
So I was
their
going to
own
stream
playing
last
style,
night.
so,
I didn't get around to
generally
it.
try
Wasn't
to
really
adapt
feeling like I had
the
enough energy to
playing
stream
style
late
to
last night, so I didn't. I went to bed
go in
early.
there, but when I have my
But yeah,
druthers, you know, I like
even if
the
I did stream
balance
yesterday, I wasn't going to do a
of
Fortnite
Aquos
anyway. I didn't feel like
and all its
doing
things it can do.
another weekly Fortnite
But,
stream.
you know,
I was going to
if
like
I'm
do
coming
Curse of the
after with
Moon,
a
assuming it
Pirates
released
Dragon
last night.
I will
Because I
just
pre-purchased the
bring
game and I think it
aggressive attack
unlocked at
approach.
midnight, but I went to sleep long before that,
Hey,
so
Kenny, what does she have for you
that
there?
didn't happen.
She's telling us about something she saw at the fountain over here.
Oh,
There's a little sparkle.
check that out.
Right, so I think it's just like what I said. I think it's like 30 minutes of each
So,
game. We saw 30
alright.
minutes of
Oh, nice.
Origami King. I think we got like 10 minutes of this left, and then that's it. So
This be your third
Picked up an
Bakugan?
Aquos and
I'll just stick around for this. Again,
Indeed.
don't expect that much
So,
commentary
a lot
on
of
my
what you'll
end, but
find, and
I'll just
sorry, go
watch
ahead,
the
Ken.
rest of this. Fuck it.
Oh,
Why
I was
not?
just gonna say, now you're rocking a full team.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. That is my third Bakugan. So early on, you know, you'll start off finding one Bakugan. We jumped about 30 minutes into play here. But early on, you'll find your initial Bakugan, and then quickly pick up 2 more to fill out a minimum team of 3. And then,
Oh yeah, speaking of
you know,
way
you'll
forward,
keep on,
actually,
finding
they
Bakugan
recently
throughout the
announced-
world by exploring.
like Deej briefly mentioned this to me the last time I streamed, but they recently announced that they're bringing
Sorry,
Yeah.
can you back?
the original
good. I
Shanty
wanted
as
you to
well
back
as
out
the
of that
sequel
fight
to
so
the
you
original
can strategize
Shanty
real
to
quick
the
before
Switch,
going in.
both digitally and physically.
Oh yeah.
So that's cool. I'm gonna probably see if I can get like physical versions of both of those
Yeah, so you can
games,
see, as he was saying,
especially the
engaging in
first Shanty
conversation,
game,
they were
because the
about
only way to
start
get
a
that game
brawl, but you
commercially
got a sneak peek
is
at your
through
opponent's
either
lineup.
buying like the
And that
expensive
gave
Game Boy
you an
Color cartridge or buying the
opportunity
3DS
to,
Virtual Console version
as
of
he
it.
was saying,
Like you
drop
can't really
out
buy
and
that
then
game
maybe
commercially other
rework
than
your
those two
own
options.
team to counter what your opponent's going to be bringing into the brawl.
Even the name of this game sounds like
Yeah,
Pokemon.
exactly.
There was a
Also,
game that came out
Tyler, to your-
back during the Game Boy
to your
Advance
question,
games
I
that
just
sounded
got rid of that.
extremely Pokemon-esque. I think it was called Dokapon or Dokapon or something like that. Let me look it up
Give more
actually.
doesn't come
power
back
to
to
your
bite
Pirate
you.
Dragonoid.
Like, because I saw the box art for it years ago and I was like, that sounds like a bootleg Pokemon. Let's see. Dokapon. Is this what I'm thinking of?
I do like how you're able to switch out those abilities, and I think that adds a lot of depth to the battles, not only in game.
Yeah, I was right. It is Dokapon. Hang on a second. Let me save that image.
Well, correct?
Oops.
Correct. That's
One
absolutely
second,
right.
I need to save this
so,
image.
Whatever team and abilities you've built up throughout story mode is exactly what you're able to take into an online brawl.
Yeah,
So
check
there's
this out.
The, two darkest
Let me just make sure I'm getting the image.
that he's bringing into the brawl.
Yeah,
with him.
check this fucking shit out. Dokapon.
Time to drop
Monster
up.
Hunter.
Let's do this.
But look at the name Dokapon. It almost looks like the Pokemon
one of
font,
the
and they've got like the
firepower
fucking. I don't think that's like a hyphen or whatever you call that little line above the letter, but it almost looks like the letter, the little thing above. What would you call that? An accent? Accent? I don't know. Anyway, it almost looks like the fucking Pokemon logo. Like that's how much of a bootleg that seems like. That's a real game, by the way. It was published. In fact, you can see down there. It was published by Ubisoft, of all people.
Essentially
Oh,
two other
Ubisoft.
factions that it defends well against, while it's
Oh,
weak
OBS is
against
freezing
the
up.
other
Excellent.
faction. So just another layer of things. to
Not
think
sure
about,
of. Okay, there we
ponder
go.
when
Sorry,
you're going
OBS
into
freezes
battle,
up when I
what
try
the
to
reasons
resize
why.
things.
You know, you get that preview of who you're getting ready to
That's a
go
lovely
against
thing that I
and,
haven't figured out how to
the
fix.
ability to make some alternate decisions.
So anyway,
I
here's
can see
two
your
bootleg
opponent
legendary
working on there.
Pokemons fighting each other.
To swap his Bakugan between the two that he has, and really fast.
Yeah, OBS is what I use to stream.
Right. Yeah, you
It's a
appear to
very,
not like
very
this
powerful
matchup
streaming
from my,
tool, but it can be very limiting at times.
originally.
Like, I'll try to
So, in
resize an image and then
combat,
OBS will
aside
lock
from
up for like
your,
5 to 10 seconds and I can't do
that you're
anything
working
until
with,
it lets
we
me.
actually have other things, we're early gameplay, so
But it's not my computer that's the problem, I don't think, because I've got like a fairly beefy computer. But yeah, I think it's the limitation of the software rather than the hardware.
We aren't going to be able to see here, but like Bakugan are passive abilities that you kind of charge up as you play. Those are special cores that, again, making a tactics level decision during the real-time combat. And then another big one is team attacks, pulling more inspiration from the TCG and toy line. If I can successfully
I mean, I'm
charge
sure there's going to be like
all
a
three of my
contingent of people
Bakugan
out there who are going to enjoy this. Sadly, I will not be one of those people. And I don't mean to like take anything away from like Bandana Gamer D, because apparently he likes Bakugan, which is something I didn't learn about him until now. But yeah, sadly this does not appear to be something that I would be into. Like, I never played any of the, what was that other Pokemon S game that came out a few years ago that Nintendo marketed really hard? Yeah, a Yokai Watch. Like, I never played a Yokai Watch
I
game,
hope you can pull that off.
so I don't
You
think I'm
gotta
going to
get
play
those
this either.
Bakugans.
Yeah,
You are competing with the other character. Oh, sorry.
God,
go
how many
ahead.
Yokai Watch games are there now? There's like fucking 5 of them or something.
Fine.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that you're competing with the other character to collect those Baku cores as quickly as you can.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So the cores on the field are not obviously in abundance. So again, another layer of tactics that you'll be introduced to later on in the game is that there's actually brawler abilities as well. So there's kind of boost gear, if you will, that allow you to do things like run faster.
The
or
combat
force
system
field
cannot
that
even
knocks
compare
your
compared to
down
Kaiju combat from the latter
within,
Bakugan
close range
games.
of them.
Here's the
So,
thing, if I'm playing a video game with a
balancing
collectible
the
card slash toy
strategy
game,
elements of
I want to
what
play that game and
Bakugan
not this.
factions you're bringing in
Right, well
to
yeah,
the,
like I said, I've never played a
into the
Bakugan game,
battle
I've never even
along
like,
with what you're doing at
there's like a TV
real-time
show for this and like a
combat
real
level.
life toy thing, isn't there? I've never like checked either of those out.
I think we're
Oh,
getting
you're getting
close.
closer.
There's my team
So-
There
attack.
you go.
I can't really make any comparisons myself, but I'll take your word for it since you've played those games.
No, one hit. That was worth it.
Like even like throwing the
So far,
fucking
so good.
ball or whatever looks like something in a Pokemon. It's just like
There's one more to
Kaijumon,
go.
go!
92 left on this guy.
Oh yeah.
In fact, hang on a second. Where's that fucking image that I saved a while back?
Into the core.
I can't find
But it
it.
was a big risk spending all of that time collecting those Baku cores.
I don't know where that image disappeared to. Okay, never mind. I was gonna do something there.
Do that big team attack.
I mean, instead, just take this thumbnail
Yeah,
because it's got the image
absolutely.
within it.
And the later you get into the game, the
Yeah, here you
riskier
go.
that kind of decision.
Do something
the
epic!
Decision becomes, I have a little bit of an edge as I'm a three versus two advantage on him, but
I can't find the
very soon
original
into
image
the
of which
story
that came from.
progression, You're going to be facing strictly 3-on-3
So have my shitty
battles
Photoshop version
or
instead.
brawls.
Well done, Kenny.
All
Nice
right.
work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a great brawl.
Alright, you did something.
Epic team attack.
Nice work. So I think that's all the time we have today for Bakugan Champions of Vestroya. Thank you so much, Kenny and Steve.
Right, so that's coming up to an hour now. I guess this is it. I don't think they're going to be just showing anything else. I think it was just those two games.
Yeah, I just want to say we're really, really excited to be able to share the game today, and we hope our fans and beyond love playing it.
Yeah, and
All right,
thank you
thank
for
you.
the opportunity to be on Treehouse. And we've loved working with Spin Master on the IP, so it's a great opportunity.
That's
We love working with
Thank you
WaveForward.
guys. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Kenny and
Thanks a lot,
Steve, and thank
guys.
you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, for joining us. I hope
Thanks.
everyone enjoyed what you saw today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.
Right, okay then, so yeah, that was the whole thing. I wasn't expecting anything beyond that, really. So yeah, Bakugan thing, wasn't really feeling that, unfortunately. I'm not going to pretend like I'm excited for that, because I've never played any of the Bakugan games before that. But the Paper Mario Origami King game looks pretty good. Again, there's still like some caveats, like the lack of experience and whatnot, but I'm going to go into that game with an open mind. I think I'm going to enjoy it far better than I did Color Splash. I never even finished Color Splash, truth be told, but yeah, I will look forward to that game when that comes out next week, and that's pretty much all I've got to say. There's not really much else to say. There was not that much going on. I hope this isn't like a permanent replacement for Nintendo Directs. I still hope this is, like, if they're going to do like Treehouses, like look at the little logo there, it says July 2020, because I speculated maybe they'll like do Treehouses like every couple months or so for upcoming games. Which, I'm not opposed to that, but I do hope that's not going to be like a permanent replacement for Directs, because I love the Direct presentations Nintendo do. I hope this is more like a complementary, like, not complimentary, what's the word? Companion piece, or like a companion thing to Directs, like they do Treehouses and then they do like Directs. I hope that's what they're going to be doing from here on out, so yeah. Maybe we'll get like a Direct in the near future, and then we'll get some more Treehouse at some point after that, and then back and forth.